All right, guys, in math today, we are going to talk about a concept of two-step story problems. An easy way to think about this might be if we went to the store, we took two trips to the store, and on the first trip, we bought 5 candy bars. So let's say on this first trip, well, we'll just make some shapes. Let's say on the first trip, we go to the store and we get 5 candy bars. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay. And then let's imagine I'm just going to copy and paste these. It'll be quicker. So on the first trip to the store, we bought 5 candy bars. On the next trip to the store, we bought, we'll say 4 candy bars. So there is our 4 candy bars. What we want to find out though is what if the question asks, how many candy bars do you have if you bought 5 the first trip to the store, 4 the second trip to the store, and then you ate 3 of them? Well, our first step of the 2 steps is we're obviously going to want to do the 5 plus the 4. And obviously that is getting us to 9. Now the next part, since we're eating them, we are subtracting. So we're going to eat 3 of those candy bars. We would then just subtract those 3, and we would end up with the 6 candy bars that we see, yay, right here. So again, the first step was to add. The second step was then to subtract. Now, obviously, these are slightly easier problems than, this is a slightly easier problem than what we would normally do in 3rd grade, so we're going to look at a few together. You might want to have your whiteboard and your marker or your pencil and the paper to work along with me as I do these. All right, so a pet store had 14 black kittens and 22 white kittens. On one weekend, they sold 16. How many do they have left? So again, let's think. They've got 14 black and 22 white. We know they then sold 16. How many would they have left? Okay, so again, thinking about this from a logic standpoint, we're going to know that they've got 14 white or black. They've got 22 white, and then they sell 16 of them. Well, our first step is going to be, we're going to have to find out how many did they have in all before they sold. So the first step of this is going to be an addition. So we're going to know that we've got 36 before they sold some. Well, now they've gone and went and sold some of those kittens. So now we need to subtract 16 of those, and we end up with 20 kittens left. So again, friends, two-step problems I love because they really make us think about what we are doing with our story problems and what makes logical sense. Okay, so on this next one, I'm going to kind of talk about it, and then I want you to pause the video and give yourself a moment to solve it. All right, Jack started his lawn mowing business with $112. He had to spend $80 on tools and supplies. Then, in his first month, he earned $77. How much money did he then have? All right, again, I think it's always important. We know he had $112. He had to spend $80 to kind of get started. Then he ended up making back, he earned or made back 77. How much did he then have? So let's think about this. If he started with 112 and had to spend 80, what kind of math is that going to be? And then earning or getting back 77, think about what that would be. Pause this right now and try to solve it. and then start it up when you're ready. All right, well, you should have recognized, friends, that that 112 that he started with, if he's spending 80, he's got to subtract. Now pay close attention. We've been making some mistakes with regrouping. I cannot do 1 minus 8. I have to regroup it. Although you're going to see, oops, I shouldn't have done that. You're going to see we've got 11, and it was really that 11 groups of 10 anyway. So now we have 32, and they wrote dollars. We should really have it written as a dollar sign. $32 left. Hopefully, that is what you got for that part. But now, he made some money. Jack went back to work, or he went to work. He had his $32, and then he made 77, or earned 77. Since he's making it, we are adding. At 9. Oh, can't do 10 groups of 10. We've got to regroup it. There is our $109. So he now has 109. Again, we had step 1 was to subtract. Step 2 was to add. All right, let's look at one more. James had 81 health points when he started level 4 of the game. He nearly died when he lost 56 points fighting a dragon. Then he found a health pack and restored 25 points. How many points did he have then? Okay, let's think. He started with 81 health points. He almost died when he lost 56. Yikes. Hopefully you recognized this level 4, not important. Extra information. He then found a health pack and restored 25 of his health points. How many points did he have then? So right now, think about this. Think about what you need to do. Pause the video and solve it, and start it up when you're all ready. All right, friends, well, we know that James started with 81 points. He lost 56, and you should know, if he's losing them, subtraction. Cannot do 1 minus 6. We got to make sure we're focused on those. 7 minus 5 is 2. So now James has 24 health points. But he found a health pack and got 25 more. So now we can take those 24 plus the 25 that he found. We're going to add those together because he's finding more. And we end up with 49 points. I'm just going to put a P for points. All right, so you've got on the next page a quiz with some of these two-step story problems. Remember, with each one of them, you're going to have to do 2 types of math. You might be having to add first and then subtract, or subtract first and then add. But really read these problems carefully so you'll know what to do.